Link! You can't go in!
Hunter's voice died off as Link hit the barrier and passed through it without so much as hesitating. Link's hat lay forgotten on the ground.
I don't believe it.
He gasped, staring at the spot where Link had disappeared in disbelief.
Impossible.
What is it?
Sheik asked from his spot beside Nisha's bleeding form.
What happened?
He went in. He passed through the barrier. Sheik, do you know what this means?
He passed through? He wasn't stopped? Hunter, Detsu will tear him apart! I'm going after him!
You can't. You can't get through the barrier.
Sheik glared at him for a moment, then sagged in defeat. Hunter studied him for a moment, a look of resignation on his face.
You realize this guy, don't you?
Sheik avoided his gaze and nodded. There were no secrets between Sheikah.
And he doesn't have a problem with your cross-dressing habits?
Sheik gave a bitter laugh, but no answer. Hunter ran a hand through his dark hair and looked at the spot where Link had disappeared. His face hardened in determination.
You owe me for this, Sheik.
He said, then broke into a run, dodging fighting moblins and Sheikah, making a beeline for the fork in the caverns.
Hunter! Wait! Don't!
But Hunter couldn't hear him. He already scooped Link's hat up in one hand and lunged past Navi. He disappeared into the darkness. Nisha groaned softly, her breath rattling in her lungs. Sheik turned his attention to the one person he could help. Chapter 13. This is impossible. Where's the damn door? Detsu can't have just disappeared through thin air. I stand in a large circular room, with apparently only one exit. The narrow corridor I came in through. There's no way Detsu could have just made it out past me. In a complete circle around the wall stand 7 huge, lifelike statues, each of a different Sheikah. I peer around the room in frustration as the statues stand silently, offering no help to my plight. I know Detsu ran in here. There was nowhere else for him to go. No other way for him to get out. So where is he? Detsu! I shout, gripping my sword tightly. You coward! Show yourself! There is no answer, save the steady, silent stares of the statues. I glare at the one in front of me. This is your fault somehow, isn't it? Huh? So where did he go? You have an answer? Where did he... And so help me Din, the thing turns its head and looks at me. My eyes widen and I take several steps backwards as the rest of the statues follow suit. There's a rumbling sound, and the wall behind the statue slowly began to spin, starting to close off the door out of here. I think I may have heard someone shouting at me from behind. But whatever it is, it's drowned out by the first statue that opens its mouth and speaks over the rumbling. Those words sound so familiar. I blink curiously up at the person. It looks different somehow than the other people I know. I think it's made out of something different. Not skin like me. It looks down at me. And suddenly I hear a very loud rumbling sound. I blink again, in fear this time, and take an unsteady step backwards.
Link! Link, no!
I fall over, unable to move as the thing speaks to me. Someone behind me says very loudly. Strong hands grab me by the waist and pull me into a tight hug. He presses my face into his shoulder. I don't mind. I don't like that thing talking to me. I don't like this rumbling. I want to go home.
It's okay, Link. Shh, it's alright.
He says, stroking my hair gently.
Melnest arasin dueo car. Mel palaxiar dafili masquisros.
The rumbling continues for a moment, and I can't tell if it's me, him, or the room that's trembling. Still holding me tightly, he walks out of the room as the rumbling stops. I wonder if maybe he forgot that I can walk now. But I don't think I should remind him. He looks like he wants to yell at something. I bet you it's gonna be me. We step out of the dark hallway and back into the light.
Link? Oh, Link!
Cries a voice in front of us. I turn my head and look at her, offering her my best I can do it smile, reaching out with one arm. She takes me from him and hugs me even tighter than he did. Too tight. I'm breathing kind of funny.
Oh, thank the goddess.
She whispers, kissing my head.
That was close.
He says in a funny voice. My smile goes away. I'm in trouble. I gather up my courage and peek at him from her arms.
Link, I've told you 1,000 times. That place is dangerous.
I blink. He's not shouting, and he doesn't sound angry. He sounds kind of scared. His face is all white.
You could have been... If they'd let you in, what could have possibly possessed you to...
Detsu said! I blurt out before he stops being scared and starts getting angry. He freezes and stares at me. Detsu said to! He told me! He said I could! He said you would be prayed!
Proud?
But somehow I get the feeling I'm not the one in trouble. Yep, that one. He said you'd be there if I went in there. He told me you weren't proud of me, and that was a bad thing. He said if I wanted you to be proud of me, I had to go in there. His hands are clenched in fists at his sides, and his teeth are locked tight together. I shrink back into her arms. I'm sorry. She nudges him with her foot, and the anger leaves him from everywhere but his eyes.
Oh, Link, Detsu lied to you. I am proud of you. I'm always proud of you. I will always be proud of you. Nothing can change that, ever. But you have to promise me. Promise me you'll never go into that place again. Say it, Link. No tricks on this one. I mean it.
I promise. I whisper, burying my face in his neck. I don't want to go back in there again anyway. I think I'm gonna have nightmares. Maybe I should sleep with them tonight.
Hey, do you want to go visit Hunter? Bruiser says he's been asking when you're going to come to play with him next.
Really? You mean it?
Sure. You can stay there while your mother and I take care of some things.
Link! Hey, Link! Snap out of it!
Someone waves a hand in front of my face and I blink. Torn away from the memory with a gasp, I stagger slightly, and someone puts a steadying hand on my shoulder. That was...
Hey, are you alright?
The someone, Hunter I realize, asks. I swallow thickly and look back up at the statue. That wasn't a flashback. That wasn't like what usually happens when something triggers one of those visions of before I changed time. That was a memory. That was a real, genuine memory.
What? Link, get a hold of yourself, man.
Hunter says, staring at me in confusion. I blink at him and look around the room, the memory clear in my mind. I'm not supposed to be here, am I?
Hero of understatement as well as of time. Do you even know where here is?
Sheik Caverns.
You're funny. Really, you are. This is the Quizroll, the room of passage. Through there...
He points at the new door left by the spinning wall.
...is the Quizross, the rite of passage.
He looks at me seriously.
Link, who are your parents?
I blink at him in surprise. I don't know. They both died when I was very young. I don't remember them that well. Why? Normally, I would have said it all, but lately, well, you know. Hunter gives me an odd look.
Because only a Blood Sheikah could have entered here.
Blood Sheikah?
There are two kinds of Sheikah. Blood Sheikah, Sheikah born of Sheikah, and Chosen Sheikah, those called by destiny to join us. Impa and Sheik, for example, are both Chosen Sheikah, though I suspect there may have been some playing around on Sheik's part. But anyway, neither Impa nor Sheik would have been able to get in here. They wouldn't have gotten across the barrier.
He holds out his hand and in it he's got my hat. I take it from him and pull it on with a frown. What are you saying, exactly?
I'm saying, Link, that at least one of your parents had to have been a Blood Sheikah. It's the only way you could have gotten in here.
But that's...
Impossible. All Blood Sheikah are present and accounted for. And it's not as though we lose track of each other.
But then... How did I...
I don't know. But you're here, and so am I. And we're doing this all wrong, but we have no choice now. We have to go through with it.
He points at the door. No, wait! Isn't there something we can say? To make it go back, I concentrate on the memory, which is once again fading back into my mind. Melnost, how does it go?
Melnes ara sen duelkar, mel polok sia dafili mas quizros?
He asks me with a raised eyebrow. Sure. Sounds about right.
I am not a blood child. I have already fulfilled my rite of passage. That's what Detsu would have said to skip this part. It won't work for us though, because we are Duelkar, blood child, and we haven't completed our Quizros yet. You're not supposed to do the rite of passage until you're 18. And you're supposed to do it alone. We're neither of those.
Alright, when's your birthday?
A month from now. And yours?
A month and a half, give or take. Think we're close enough?
Guess we'll find out. Hey, how did you know about that? To say Melnes Arasen Duelkar?
I shrug uncomfortably. When I walked in here, I've been here before. Somehow. And I remembered someone saying that to get me out.
One of your parents?
I shrug as we move through the door and into the narrow corridor beyond. I don't know. What does this rite of passage thing involve anyway? I ask, changing the subject. Hunter shrugs.
I didn't bother getting prepared for it because I figured I had a whole month left before I had to take it.
A whole month for a test that could potentially kill you? And you haven't started preparing for it yet? I ask with a raised eyebrow. Knowing in his shoes, I'd have probably done the exact same thing.
Well, I got distracted. My dad is stationed in Hyrule Castletown. He didn't get out when the moblins attacked.
Damn. I'm sorry. Look, I've got a few friends stuck there too. I don't blame you for getting distracted.
Yeah? Like who?
Oh. My girlfriend. My girlfriend, Malin. And her family, for starters. Still feels odd to say girlfriend. Wonder if I'll ever get used to that. Hunter blinks at that, looking surprised.
Your girlfriend?
I nod. And the sages, of course. And the guy I live with. No, that doesn't really describe who he is to me. He took me in after I left the Kokiri Force, and gave me a job at his archery shop. He's one of... What? What did I say? I paused because of the look on Hunter's face.
Archery shop?
Yeah, he owns the Castletown archery shop.
What's his name?
Bruiser. Why? Do you know him? Hunter laughs.
Know him? I know him better than you do, I bet. He's my dad.
I stop in mid-step and gape at Hunter. Whoa, wait. Bruiser is a kid? Hunter raises an eyebrow.
Nope. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
Ha! Yeah, you're pretty funny yourself sometimes. Wait. If you're Bruiser's kid, then... that makes Bruiser... Bruiser's a Sheikah?! Hunter nods, amused at my grasp of what, to him, is the obvious. My mind, however, is reeling.
I grant you this much. He doesn't look like most Bloodseeker, but that doesn't change the fact that he is one. He just... marches to the beat of his own drum.
Bruiser? No, he doesn't march to the beat of his own drum. Bruiser makes his own drum. We share a smile. This unexpected connection, upping our relationship from friend of a friend to something one step up on the like scale. We both turn and frown as the hallway ends in another circular room, much, much larger than the first. The walls and floor are covered in white stone, not unlike that of the Temple of Time, and intricate pillars are set into the wall, stretching up into the roof, which extends well beyond our line of sight. And the most interesting thing about this room, there's nothing in it. Except for a chest-high basin, kind of like the bird bath is seen in Kakariko. Only this one seems to extend right out of the floor. It's made out of the same white material as the rest of the room, and there's no seam indicating where it stops and the floor begins. A gleaming gold triforce glitters on its side. The master sword flashes brightly for a split second and grows warm in my hand. Hunter and I both stare down at it in surprise. Must be a pedestal. I whisper, staring at the basin. It doesn't look like the one at my temple. Temple of Time. Is this the test? I look at Hunter, who shrugs.
It must be. Hey, wait. Dad told me about this. We're supposed to look into it, I think. It will, Damn it, I don't remember.
Okay, well then, I say, stepping up to it. Until you remember, there's really only one way to find out, is there?
Link, wait!
Hunter cries, grabbing my shoulder and pulling me back.
I don't know if you should.
But, okay, why not?
Well, if it really is a pedestal of time, then it's going to react differently to you than it would for other Sheikah. I mean, I can do whatever I want to the pedestal of time at the Temple of Time, and it's not going to make an inch of difference. But you touch it, and boom! So there's no way to tell how this one is going to react to you.
He takes a hesitant step up towards it.
So, maybe I should go first. Maybe that will be enough to get us out of here, if one of us completes the test.
That's a great plan, but in case you forgot, you're not 18. And how do you know it's not going to freak out on you? He glares at me impatiently.
It's safer for me to try it first. Besides, I'm less important in
Don't finish that sentence. You have no idea of how sick I am about this crap. Listen to me, Hunter. I don't care who I am. There's no such thing as more important. Not when we're talking about life and death.
Look, do you want to find Detsu or not?
No need to find me, boys,
says a cold voice from behind us. I grip tightens on my sword as we turn around slowly. Detsu grins maniacally at us, his right arm soaked in blood, and he's got some cloth tied tightly around the wound I gave him. His eyes narrow.
I've found you.
I struggle to keep my panic from showing on my face, fanning the rage inside of me to bolster my courage. I glance up at his arm and glare at him. Well, that looks painful. I don't know about you, Hunter, but I don't think you're going to be able to use a sword again for a while, aren't you, Detsu?
Oh, I don't need a sword to take care of you two.
Black lightning suddenly sparks into existence around him, leaping and cracking all over his body.
I knew it! You are a traitor! You rat! You delved into the black arts!
Detsu laughs and raises his good hand. The lightning jumps toward his palm and gathers into a ball of energy. Hunter takes a step back.
That can't be good.
Several jagged spikes leap up from the ground behind me, barring my exit from the room. The paintings on the wall all jeer down at me, mocking me. Navi stares at the spikes with a flat expression on her face.
This can't be good.
Well, aren't you just the master of the obvious today? Hey, Link! It's a big old temple in the middle of Soraya's secret spot. I think it's the first temple. Listen, Link! It's one of the Poe sisters. I think you're gonna get hurt. Watch out, Link! Big, jagged spikes have barred our only exit from this nasty room. That can't be good. Thanks for the play-by-play, Navi. Really. I don't know what I do without you sometimes.
Well, you're certainly in a bad mood.
Hey, look! Listen, Link! You're snapping and glaring. You must be in a bad mood. I turn back around and am fully intent on continuing my tirade when my breath dies in my throat when I catch sight of what's floating in the air in front of me. Ganondorf, on a horse, wearing a mask. Life has just been not fun since I woke up as an adult. I think I'm gonna go cry now.
Oh, look, Link! It's Ganondorf. I think we're in trouble.
Navi, this is serious! I cry, taking a step back as I stare at Ganondorf and draw my sword.
Oh, relax. It's not really Ganondorf, it's a phantom, probably created by Ganondorf. No biggie, you've dealt with tougher.
Like what? I cry as Phantom Ganondorf holds out his hand towards me and a black lightning swirls around his arm, gathering in his hand. The ball of lightning streaks from his hand towards me. All I can do is raise my sword, close my eyes, and wait to die. But yet, I am somehow saved. The lightning strikes the sword and flies back at Phantom Ganondorf and his horse. Both are sent flying backwards into one of the paintings. Literally. I come out of the flashback with a gasp, just as Detsu sends the lightning ball sailing towards us. Hunter, look out! I cry, leaping in front of him and shifting my grip on my sword. I swing the sword hard, praying my aim is true, and strike the lightning square on. It flies backwards.
No!
Detsu cries as the ball strikes him in the chest and sends him flying backwards to crash into the wall.
Nice.
We're not done yet. I say tensely as Detsu slowly and painfully picks himself back up.
Stubborn children.
He hisses at us, the lightning sparking again around him. He just doesn't learn, does he?
You don't know who you're dealing with.
I take 3 steps forward and raise the Master Sword. You want to try again? Feel free. The longer you suffer, the better.
Still angry about that Gerudo brat?
Detsu hisses at me, making my temper flare even further.
She's not all I've taken from you, you know. Or even you, Hunter.
Hunter freezes in his attempt to move around the side, hoping to flank Detsu.
What are you talking about, old man?
Of course you wouldn't know. Not after I stole the memory of them. But you, Link. I didn't steal your memory. I couldn't. Do you remember? Do you remember what I did to them?
My eyes narrow but something is tickling in my mind. At the back of my brain. To who? What did you do to who? He turns his gaze back to Hunter.
Your father remembers. I was too close to them. Like Link, I couldn't steal all of his memory. But I couldn't take his memory of Brayden from him. But I did take the memory of Brayden's wife and brat.
The lightning cracks loudly and he holds out both of his hands.
And now I shall rid the world of more than just the memory.
Black lightning flies towards Hunter. I gasp and start toward him, but the distraction costs me, and a second bolt flies towards me. I don't get the Master Sword up in time. Hunter flies back into the wall. I fall back against the pedestal. My sword hand lands in clear water. The world begins to turn blue around me as Hunter, Detsu, and the Sheik cavern suddenly begin to disappear.